20 reasons Dachshunds are the worst dog breed. The long body, combined with short legs and general demeanor, makes for a breed rather unique among dog fanciers. But beneath those cute looks can often be a breed that really can be a handful. Here are 20 reasons Dachshunds might just be the worst dog breed, presented with a dash of humor. 1. Incredibly obstinate. Dachshunds are strong-willed. Once they set their mind on something, good luck changing it. That may be a character that makes training a living hell, hardly listening to you, no matter the amount of treats or praise used. Their stubborn nature means that they are going to test your patience daily. From not wanting to come inside when called to ignoring orders that they find unfavorable, Dachshunds just love to be in charge. You may find yourself constantly in some type of power struggle while feeling more like their servant than their master. 2. Excessive barking. If you're looking for peace, then Dachshunds aren't for you. These little canines bark big time, using it shamelessly. They will bark at the mailman, other dogs, birds, and even leaves blowing in the wind. Their loud and persistent barking will drive you and your neighbors nuts. It's practically impossible to try and discipline them out of this habit, as Dachshunds can, more often than not, appear to bark for the sake of barking. Your ideal vision of a peaceful home setting will go down the drain with a Dachshund around the house. 3. High energy levels. Even though Dachshunds are really small, they have a powerhouse of energy inside them. They do require a great deal of exercise to be happy and healthy. They'll turn into destructive chewers of furniture and diggers of your yard if they don't get enough physical activity. They can, at times, be too overwhelmed with their energy levels. They will want to play and explore the whole time, and you will sometimes scratch your head to keep coming up with things to do to tire them out. If you are an inactive person, the endless energy that a Dachshund exhibits will become too much for you to keep up with in no time. 4. Prone to back problems. Known for their long spines, Dachshunds have one notorious weakness in the back. It is common for them to suffer from intervertebral disc disease, which brings pain, paralysis, and hefty vet bills. A Dachshund with genetic back problems will require a great deal of care and caution. You would have to avoid undue risks like using ramps instead of stairs, avoiding leaps, etc. It takes a great emotional and financial toll on the owner to look after their health problems. 5. Independent thinkers. While this independence can be endearing, it means that the Dachshunds largely do things their way. They are not the most obedient dogs and quite often choose to ignore commands if they don't feel like following them. This independent streak can make them a real pain to train. They like to think for themselves, and they are defiant. You'll need to be patient and persistent. At the same time, most of the time, you need to be creative about outsmarting your clever Dachshund. 6. Digging enthusiasts. The forefathers of the Dachshunds were bred to hunt badgers. Hence, their digging trait has never been taken away from their bloodline. They enjoy digging, whether in the yard, garden or even worse, your flower beds. This is very damaging and frustrating behavior. With a Dachshund, even your prettiest lawns can turn into a series of holes in no time at all. No matter how hard you try to keep them from digging, they simply get the urge. You will be left fixing up after their havoc continuously. 7. Prey drive. Dachshunds have a lot of prey drive, so they will chase small animals, like squirrels, rabbits, and birds, which really can be a pain to handle when they have set a target. This is a problem if you have other small pets or you live in an area with a great deal of wildlife. The strong prey drive also makes them hard to handle while walking. They'll sprint after any moving creature, often pulling on the leash and ignoring the commands. Keeping them focused and composed under those conditions can prove quite a problem. 8. Escape artists. With their curious and adventurous nature, Dachshunds are known to be an expert at escaping. They will slip out of the house or yard the very moment there is an opening, be it from a tiny gap or hole. You shall be vigilant in the effort to prevent them from running off. A secure, well-fenced yard might be required, but even so, they will test its boundaries. You will constantly be concerned about losing your adventurous Dachshund, which can be stressful. 9. Selective hearing. Dachshunds are experts in selective hearing. They simply turn a deaf ear to you when you call them to their interest, mostly if they are doing something more exciting, like sniffing or bug chasing. Their selective hearing can be extremely frustrating. Many times, it may seem that they hear only when they would like to, hence, creating problems with training and daily life. You will have to figure out a way to make yourself more interesting than the thing that has engaged them. 10. Protective nature. Dachshunds are very protective of their owner and territory. This may be a useful trait, but it almost always leads to excessive barking and aggression toward strangers or other animals. Because of the protective nature, socialization can also not be easily done. They do not often get along with other pets or even welcome visitors. Patience and careful training manage their protective nature. 11. Food aggression. Dachshunds tend to be very protective about their food. The breed is prone to food aggression, which might amount to growling and even snapping if they feel that their meal is threatened. This can be risky, especially when you have children at home. Teaching your dachshund to share and behave around food includes time-consuming training and supervision. It's not something that is going to be done quite late. 12. Health issues. Apart from back problems, dachshunds are inclined to suffer a variety of other health issues, like obesity, dental problems, and heart disease. Their health requires constant monitoring, and regular visits to the vet are a necessity. It can get pretty demanding and expensive to manage their health. You will have to be vigilant about their diet, exercise, and dental care so that the problems can be nipped in their very buds. The various health concerns of the breed can sometimes get overwhelming for any owner. 13. Strong-willed. They are dogs that can be very strong-willed and determined. If they want to do something, they will go to great lengths to satisfy their desires. This trait may lead them to be stubborn, uncooperative, and unresponsive. Their hard nature means that they will often test your authority. You must, therefore, establish yourself in the role of the pack leader but at the same time enchant them and keep them busy. With a dachshund, it is always a battle of wills. 14. Difficult to housebreak. Housebreaking might become tiresome, especially when dealing with a dachshund. They are notorious for being hard to potty train. It normally takes them longer than most breeds to learn. Accidents in the house can be pretty frequent. That means you'll be frustrated and cleans up much more. You will need lots of patience and consistency to housebreak a dachshund. You often feel like you are taking a step forward, then 2 steps back. 15. Not always kid-friendly. Although they may be loving and affectionate, dachshunds do not often make the best pets for families that have small children. Since they are small in size, they tend to get hurt, and they snap when threatened or irritated. This will ensure a safe and harmonious atmosphere with careful supervision and teaching of the dog and children how to interact with one another. Maintaining peace between a dachshund and young children is quite the balancing act. 16. Grooming issues. There are 3 coat types: smooth, long-haired, and wire-haired. Each of these coat types presents a different grooming challenge, be it shedding, regular brushing, or an occasional trim. It takes some time and effort to keep their coat in good condition. Long-haired and wire-haired varieties need more frequent grooming to prevent mats and tangles from developing. In this case, the grooming demands might be a bit too much for some owners. 17. Separation anxiety. Dachshunds may develop separation anxiety where they get stressed or destructive when left alone for a long time. The anxiety in them may lead to chewing and barking, among other undesired behaviors. Dealing with separation anxiety takes a lot of understanding and patience. You may need to adjust your schedule, hire a pet sitter, or use calming techniques to help them cope. It's a big commitment to handle their emotional well-being. 18. Strong instinct to chew. Dachshunds have a powerful instinct to chew, due to which they can gnaw on shoes, furniture, or anything that comes their way. You should provide them with appropriate chew toys to avoid damage. This chewing behavior can be annoying and costly. You will need to persevere in offering them chew toys that are safe and indestructible while monitoring their chewing activities. Protecting your precious belongings from the grasp of their razor-sharp teeth is an ongoing battle. 19. Confident and ready to take risks. Dachshunds, though small, are confident and fearless. And because they are fearless, they can often get themselves into extreme danger, such as confronting larger dogs or straying into forbidden territories. Their fearless nature means you need to be extra cautious and vigilant. Sometimes this can mean protecting them from their own courage because they do not recognize their limitations. This characteristic requires constant supervision. 20. Needs mental stimulation. Being intelligent, dachshunds require mental stimulation regularly so that they may remain happy. Lack of enough mental stimulation can make them bored and destructive. Also, they should be given a wide array of puzzles, toys that call for some interaction, and exercises to train their minds all the time. The constant stimulation of their sharp minds may get tiring, but it is all necessary against behavioral problems.